Chapter 4: Advanced Mindful Coloring Techniques. Imagine stepping into a garden where each flower blooms with an extraordinary array of colors, each layer of petals adding depth and vibrancy to the display. This garden is not one you can walk through, but one you can create on your page with the art of layering and blending colors in your coloring projects. As you advance in your coloring skills, you move beyond merely filling space. You begin to breathe life into your drawings, transforming flat images into dynamic artworks that leap off the page with depth and emotion. This chapter is dedicated to elevating your coloring craft, guiding you through sophisticated techniques that will enhance not only the beauty of your creations, but also the pleasure and mindfulness experienced in your coloring journey. 4.1 Layering and Blending. Mastering Color Depth. Techniques for Depth. The magic of creating depth lies in the technique of layering and blending. When you layer colors, you start with a light hand, adding gradual layers of color to build intensity and richness. This method allows for greater control and subtlety in your coloring, enabling you to achieve efforts that give your images a three-dimensional look. Blending, on the other hand, is the art of smoothly transitioning between colors or shades. By using tools like blending stumps, or even your fingers, you can soften edges where colors meet, creating a seamless gradient that adds volume and life to your drawings. These techniques are pivotal in turning simple coloring pages into intricate pieces of art that showcase not only your skill, but also your artistic vision. Color Theory Application. To effectively use layering and blending in your coloring, a basic understanding of color theory is invaluable. Color theory teaches us how colors interact, complement, or contrast with each other to produce desired visual effects. For instance, knowing which colors help to create shadow or highlight areas can dramatically enhance the realism of your colored images. When you color a leaf, blending greens with yellows can create a sun-kissed effect, while adding touches of purple can introduce shadows, making the leaf appear more lifelike. This thoughtful application of color theory not only enriches your artwork, but also embeds a deeper level of mindfulness into your coloring practice as you become more attuned to the details and emotions that colors evoke. Practice exercises. To hone these advanced techniques, incorporate regular practice exercises into your coloring routine. Start with simple shapes, practicing gradient fills from light to dark shades. As you gain confidence, introduce more colors into your blends, experimenting with color combinations that challenge your skills. These exercises should progressively increase in complexity, incorporating more detailed and varied subjects like landscapes or portraits that require you to apply both layering and blending techniques extensively. This practice not only perfects your technique, but also enhances your ability to see and reproduce the subtleties of light, shadow, and form in your coloring, making each page a testament to your growing skill and creativity. Showcasing finished pieces. As your coloring pages transform into intricate artwork, take pride in your progress and achievements by sharing and displaying your finished pieces. Organize a family art show where everyone's artworks are celebrated, or frame your favorite pieces to decorate your home. Sharing your art can be incredibly rewarding and inspiring, not just for you, but for others who might be encouraged to start their own coloring journey. Displaying your work honors the time and mindfulness invested in each piece, turning them into sources of joy and inspiration that enhance the beauty of your living spaces and celebrate your artistic journey. As you explore these advanced techniques, remember that each page colored is a step further into the depths of your creativity. With every layer and blend, you're not just filling color, you're breathing life into your artworks, turning simple pages into gates to gardens of vibrant blooms and vivid landscapes. Let your colors flow, blend, and transform under your pencils and brushes, and watch as your world on paper becomes as deep and vibrant as the world around you. 4.2. Adding texture and dimension to your coloring. Creating textures in your coloring pages is like turning a flat, two-dimensional space into a tactile experience that can almost be felt with the fingertips. When you infuse texture into your artwork, each area you color can evoke different sensations and visual depth, making your images spring to life with realism and flair. This part of your artistic journey involves learning how to mimic the feel of surfaces, such as the roughness of a tree bark, the softness of fur, or the sleekness of feathers, using your coloring tools. Let's explore how different media and techniques can enhance the textural quality of your coloring projects, transforming them into vivid, touch-invoking masterpieces. When approaching texture, the choice of media plays a pivotal role. Each coloring tool, from colored pencils to pastels, offers unique possibilities for creating textures. Colored pencils, for example, are perfect for fine, detailed work, such as adding grain to wood or the veins in leaves. The control you have with a pencil allows for precise, delicate texturing that can make your images seem intricately detailed. Markers, on the other hand, can be ideal for smoother textures, like the skin of a fruit or the glossy surface of a car, providing bold, uniform color application. Pastels offer a lovely blend of these qualities, enabling both broad, soft coloring and detailed texturing. Perfect for skies at sunset or the fur of an animal. Experimenting with these different media on various sections of your coloring page not only broadens your textural repertoire, but also deepens your engagement with each piece, as you think critically about how best to represent each texture. Embarking on specific textured projects can be a fantastic way to refine these skills. Consider a page filled with animals, each requiring a different textural approach. A wolf might need a mix of soft fur effects around its face and sharper, more defined lines to show the ruggedness of its coat. A bird, meanwhile, might call for delicate, fine lines to represent feathers. Each project offers a new challenge and a new opportunity to experiment and learn. Start with simpler textures and gradually work on more complex patterns as your confidence and skill grow. This progression not only enhances your ability to produce diverse textures, but also keeps the coloring experience fresh and engaging, constantly challenging you with new artistic puzzles to solve. Introducing a texture challenge within your family or coloring group can also add an element of fun and friendly competition to the mix. Set a challenge to see who can create the most textured and dimensional coloring page. Choose a theme, like nature scenes or bustling cityscapes, and let everyone pick their technique and media. After everyone has completed their pieces, share and discuss the different approaches and outcomes. This not only fosters creativity and learning, but also encourages appreciation for each person's unique artistic style and approach. Such challenges can be especially fun and instructive for kids as they learn to observe and articulate the different textural effects and what they like about each other's work. Through these explorations and challenges, texture becomes more than just a technique. It becomes a doorway to a deeper connection with your art. Each stroke and color choice is a step towards creating not just a picture, but a sensory experience that invites the viewer to look closer and, in a way, feel the scenes and subjects come alive under their gaze. As you continue to experiment with and master various textural techniques, your coloring pages will transform into vibrant, dynamic pieces that captivate both the eye and the imagination. 4.3 Light and Shadow, Playing with Contrast. In the dynamic interplay of light and shadow, a simple coloring page transforms into a scene brimming with life and death. Understanding how light interacts with objects and how shadows are cast is fundamental to elevating your coloring art. This isn't just about making things look real. It's about feeling the warmth of a sunny day on a beach scene, or sensing the coolness and the shade of a forest in your drawings. Light and shadow are artists' tools to convey not just visual, but emotional depth, guiding the viewer's eye across the page and highlighting what matters in a scene. As you learn to manipulate these elements, your coloring pages will begin to pop, capturing the essence of reality and your imagination. The basics of light and shadow revolve around imagining a light source affecting everything within your artwork. This source, whether it's the sun in a landscape scene or a lamp in a room, determines where the highlights and shadows fall. For instance, if the light source is coming from the top left corner, objects will be highlighted on their top left sides, while casting shadows on the bottom right. This simple understanding can dramatically alter the appearance of your drawings, giving them a three-dimensional look that mimics how objects appear in real life. When you start to think about this light source before you begin coloring, you plan your use of colors to deepen the visual impact of your work. Light areas might use yellows and light browns, while shadows might play with grays and dark blues. Each hue was chosen to enhance the feeling of light washing over the scene, or shadows deepening the mystery. Guided projects can be incredibly useful for effectively mastering these techniques. Start with simple shapes, like spheres and cubes, practicing how to add shadows and highlights to make them appear as if they are lifting off the page. Move on to more complex forms like trees, animals, or faces, applying the same principles but with increased complexity and how light and shadow interact with varied textures and shapes. These projects can include step-by-step instructions that help you focus on observing how light changes at different times of the day or under different weather conditions. For example, coloring a beach scene with a setting sun offers a completely different challenge compared to the high noon sun. These exercises not only refine your skills, but also enhance your ability to see and replicate the world around you in your artwork. Analyzing artwork from renowned painters or illustrators can further deepen your understanding of how light and shadow work. Take time to look at a range of art styles and periods, noting how each artist uses light and shadows to create mood and focus in their work. Notice the dramatic use of shadows in Caravaggio's paintings, or the subtle light in Vermeer's interiors. Try to apply these observations in your coloring. This analysis is not just about replicating what you see, but about understanding the underlying principles that you can then translate into your style. As you engage with these artworks, reflect on how light and shadow guide the emotional tone of the piece, and think about how you can use similar techniques to convey feelings in your coloring pages. Through the thoughtful application of light and shadow, your coloring pages will begin to reflect not just a mastery of technique, but an advanced understanding of visual storytelling. Each page becomes a canvas where light dances and shadows deepen, inviting those who view your work to step into a world crafted not just of color, but of light and life. As you continue to explore and apply these concepts, watch as your coloring pages turn from flat images to vibrant scenes rich with depth and emotion, a testament to your growing skill and artistic vision. 4.4 Incorporating Mixed Media into Mindful Coloring. Exploring the realm of mixed media in coloring projects opens up an exciting world where traditional boundaries of art dissolve, allowing you and your family to merge various materials and techniques into your creative expressions. Imagine integrating textures and elements from everyday life, such as fabric snippets, sand, or small wooden pieces, into your coloring pages. This approach not only enhances the tactile quality of your artwork, but also invites a deeper engagement with the materials, encouraging you to think about the physicality of the objects and their symbolic meanings. Integrating different materials can transform a standard coloring project into a rich, multi-dimensional art piece that tells a story not just through colors, but through the very essence of the materials used. The process of combining different media in your coloring projects can be both fun and educational. For instance, adding fabric to a coloring page of a landscape can create a patchwork effect with different textures representing various elements, like water, rocks, or fields. This tactile experience can be particularly engaging for children, as it allows them to explore their sense of touch, while also challenging them to think about representing textures visually and physically. For adults, the challenge might lie in the subtlety of blending these elements into a cohesive artwork that plays on the strengths of each material, creating a piece that is as beautiful as it is intriguing. Embarking on mixed media projects as a family offers a wonderful opportunity for collaboration and learning. You could start with a theme, like seasons, and assign each family member a season to represent through mixed media. This project encourages individual creativity and expression while maintaining a unifying theme that ties all the contributions together. As each person selects their materials and techniques, they bring their personal vision and style to the project, resulting in a richly varied yet harmonious final piece. These projects not only foster a sense of teamwork and family bonding, but also celebrate each person's unique contributions, making the art-making process as rewarding as the art itself. Showcase and share. Once your family has created mixed media art pieces, organizing a family gallery night can be a fantastic way to celebrate and showcase these creations. Set up a space in your home where each artwork is displayed, perhaps accompanied by a short description written by the artist, explaining their choice of materials and the ideas or stories behind their work. Invite extended family or friends to view the gallery, allowing each artist to talk about their work. This sharing not only fosters a sense of pride and accomplishment, but also encourages dialogue about art and expression, providing insights into each family member's creativity and perspective. For children in particular, this can be a profoundly affirming experience as they see their work valued and appreciated by loved ones, boosting their confidence in their creative abilities. Incorporating mixed media into your mindful coloring activities opens up a vast array of creative possibilities, turning every project into an adventure of exploration and discovery. As you and your family delve into this vibrant world, you'll find that your artistic horizons expand, and your appreciation for different materials and their expressive potential grows. Each project becomes a journey through textures, colors, and forms, leading to finished pieces that are not just visually striking, but rich with meaning and personal significance. As you continue to explore and experiment with mixed media, let your creativity flow freely, embracing the unexpected and unconventional, and watch as your coloring pages transform into intricate, multi-dimensional artworks that reflect you and your family's boundless creativity. 4.5 From Coloring to Canvas, Expanding Your Artistic Horizons. As you grow more comfortable and skilled in the art of mindful coloring, you might begin to wonder what other artistic avenues could be explored with the techniques you have honed. The seamless strokes, the understanding of color interactions, and the precise hand control you develop through coloring are, in fact, foundational skills in the broader world of art. These skills are not confined to the pages of a coloring book, but can be beautifully transitioned into more traditional art forms, like canvas painting or drawing. This transition invites an exciting expansion of your creative expression, allowing you to create new textures, scales, and mediums. Transferring your coloring skills to canvas involves understanding how these methods adapt to different materials and scales. For instance, the pressure control learned through using colored pencils is invaluable when beginning to work with paintbrushes or charcoal on canvas. The gentle gradients achieved by layering colors in your coloring book can be replicated using watercolors or acrylics, where you could experiment with the fluidity of the medium to create stunning visual effects. Similarly, the precision required for intricate coloring details can be translated into detailed brushwork or fine drawing on larger canvases, where you have the space to expand and explore more complex compositions. As you begin this transition, start with simple projects that allow you to feel comfortable with new materials. You might paint a simple landscape using techniques similar to those you use in coloring, gradually increasing the complexity of your subjects as your confidence grows. Encouraging experimentation with various artistic mediums is crucial during this explorative phase. Each medium, from oils to charcoal, offers unique challenges and rewards, and understanding the properties of each can significantly enhance your artistic repertoire. Guided by the principles learned from mindful coloring, such as color theory and composition, try your hand at different styles and techniques. For example, you might use pastels to achieve soft, blended effects similar to your pencil work, or switch to acrylics for bold, vibrant color applications that echo the intensity you achieve with markers. This exploration not only broadens your understanding of art, but also reinvigorates your creative process, making each session an opportunity to learn something new and exciting about your capabilities and preferences. Organizing a family art night can be a wonderful way to share this journey into new forms of art. Set aside an evening where each family member can try different mediums and projects, from simple canvas paintings to more elaborate mixed media creations. Provide a variety of materials and tools, and let everyone choose their adventure in art, whether they want to paint, draw, or construct something entirely new. These nights can become a cherished ritual in your home, a time when everyone can express themselves creatively, learn from each other, and, most importantly, have fun experimenting with art. It's also a perfect opportunity to discuss the artworks created, share tips and techniques, and celebrate each other's successes and efforts, reinforcing the joy and shared connection of family through the universal language of art. Creating collaborative art pieces adds another layer of depth and enjoyment to your artistic explorations. Engage in projects that combine the talents and ideas of all family members, such as a large mural or a complex three-dimensional artwork. Each person could contribute a section or element to the artwork, bringing their unique style and perspective to the project. These collaborative efforts not only enhance the sense of teamwork and family bonding, but also result in truly unique pieces that represent the collective creativity of your family. They serve as beautiful reminders of what can be achieved when diverse perspectives and talents come together in a shared act of creation. As you expand from coloring to canvas and perhaps beyond, remember that each new medium and technique offers a path not just to greater artistic skill, but also to deeper personal satisfaction and connection. The joy discovered in mindful coloring, the tranquility, the focus, the burst of happiness from a beautifully completed piece, can be found in these new artistic ventures too. Each canvas, each sketchbook page, and each sculptural project continues the dialogue between your inner world and the medium you choose. A dialogue rich with potential for expression, discovery, and joy. So as you pick up a paintbrush, a charcoal pencil, or a piece of clay, know that you are stepping into a broader world of art, one that promises new challenges, new joys, and endless possibilities for creativity. 4.6 Hosting a mindful coloring workshop for friends and family. Creating a space where friends and family can gather to explore the joys of mindful coloring can be a delightful and enriching experience. This isn't just about coming together to color, it's about cultivating a shared space that fosters relaxation, creativity, and connection. Planning a mindful coloring workshop involves careful consideration of the elements that will make the experience enjoyable and meaningful for all participants. Start by selecting a welcoming and comfortable venue, such as a community hall, a quiet park, or even your living room, ensuring there's ample space for everyone to spread out their coloring materials and work without feeling cramped. Next, think about the materials you'll need. Provide a variety of coloring tools, pencils, markers, crayons, and ensure there are plenty of coloring sheets available, featuring a range of complexities to cater to different skill levels and interests. This variety not only keeps the workshop engaging for all ages, but also encourages participants to experiment with different styles and techniques. In terms of themes and activities, consider setting a theme that can ignite the imagination of your attendees. For instance, a nature theme can include coloring pages of landscapes, animals, and plants, and can be complemented by a short guided walk outside if the location permits. Within the workshop, incorporate activities that encourage collaboration and sharing, such as a large mural that everyone contributes to throughout the session. This not only acts as a fun group activity, but also as a beautiful symbol of the collective creativity and effort of the group. Additionally, include individual challenges or prompts that encourage participants to think creatively, such as asking them to express their current mood through colors and shapes, or to tell a story through their coloring page. Mindfulness exercises are integral to transforming a simple coloring session into a holistic, mindful coloring workshop. Begin the session with a guided meditation, focusing on breath and presence to help participants center themselves and prepare mentally for a period of creativity. Throughout the workshop, encourage attendees to be mindful of their coloring process, the feel of the pencil in their hand, the sound of the crayon against the paper, and the way the colors blend on the page. You might also introduce brief mindful moments, pausing the activity to bring everyone's attention back to their breathing and body, reinforcing the practice of mindfulness in conjunction with the creative process. Community building is a natural and significant outcome of such workshops. Coloring together in shared space fosters a sense of belonging and connection among participants. It provides a platform for individuals to share not just a creative space, but also conversations, experiences, and ideas. Encourage this by setting up a sharing circle at the end of the session, where participants can talk about their artwork, the process of creating it, and any thoughts or stories that emerged during coloring. This sharing can be deeply rewarding, as it celebrates each individual's creative expression and contributes to a collective experience that enriches everyone involved. Hosting a mindful coloring workshop for friends and family is a wonderful way to bring people together for a purpose that goes beyond the mere act of coloring. It's about creating a shared experience that promotes mindfulness, creativity, and community, enriching the lives of all who participate. As you plan and conduct your workshop, take joy in the knowledge that you are offering a space that nurtures the well-being and artistic expression of your loved ones, building bonds and memories that are as vibrant and enduring as the colors on your pages. As this chapter comes to a close, we reflect on the journey from simple coloring techniques to hosting a full-fledged mindful coloring workshop. Each step along the way has not only enhanced our skills and understanding of color as an art form, but has also deepened our appreciation for the meditative and communal powers of this simple activity. Through the workshops, we extend the personal benefits of mindful coloring to a broader community, enriching our connections with friends and family as we share in this creative and calming practice. Looking ahead, the next chapter will explore further how we can continue to expand our coloring practice into new and exciting dimensions.